Sleep. Today we're going to talk about sleep. It's important. This is probably, I think, the most important thing. I think it is the thing that we should remember to do, if nothing else. I think in terms of like all of the well-being habits of like getting 10,000 steps or eating a certain amount of protein or doing a certain amount of exercise, burning a certain amount of calories, I think sleep is number one. And the reason I think that is I think without sleep, you don't have the energy to do the rest of the things. You know, if I haven't gone on 10,000 steps in a day and I haven't eaten 100 and whatever grams of protein that I was my protein goal for that day, I I won't feel as good as if I did those things, sure. But if I've slept well, if I've gone to bed at like 10 and I've woken up at 8, then it's like I feel invincible. And the difference between if I go to bed at like 1, 2, 3, I can't function. I'm a completely different person. And the thing about sleep is I think our body knows this. Our body knows how important sleep is. So why don't we just go to bed earlier? I genuinely think this is so fascinating because like it should be a simple thing. And I think every time you wake up after a late night or after you're in a cycle of going to bed late and you get sick of it, you wake up with the same thought, and that thought is, okay, but tonight it changes. Tonight I am going to bed at 9 p.m. In fact, I'm going to bed at 7:30 and I'm going to read for an hour. But it never happens. It never ever happens. Why? Why? Well, I have a theory, and that is that I think there is a part of us that self-sabotages ourselves. I think the part of us that wakes up and goes, why didn't we go to bed earlier? Today we will. That part that's like beating ourselves up. I think that part is saying, oh, but it's going to be different tonight. I don't think it believes that. I think actually there's something going on internally that is planning our own downfall. Because we're not one thing. I mean, this is my belief. I think, we have different parts. And there's a part of us that likes to feel bad and likes the comfort of being tired and not being productive. It's different for everyone, and I can only speak for myself. But we all have our demons. We all have our dark parts, and they're all different. But for me, there is definitely a part that likes the feeling of, oh, well, I didn't get enough sleep last night. I'm tired. So I'll just watch 7 hours of YouTube today. Are you joking? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to be productive. I've got stuff I want to do. I've got a to-do list on my wall. I want to check those things off. But part of me doesn't want that. Part of me wants to feel bad about not doing those things. Part of me wants to feel like, why haven't you done this? I think part of me likes that self-deprecating, self-deprecating. I don't know. I haven't had enough sleeps, clearly. Yeah, but I think there is part of me that wants to feel bad about myself. And sleep is a big part of that. I think we wake up and with a bit of dread of like, oh my God, I didn't go to bed early. I went to bed late. I went to bed late again. Typical me. And then you get in that habit of like unforgiving nature, and you kind of a bit ruthless with yourself, and it's not good energy. It's not good energy. So I think the thing to do is to make friends with that part of ourselves. That part of ourselves that's like trying to kind of, it's almost like, I was thinking about this the other day. I think it's like a heist, or like, you watch a heist film and there's so much planning and it's all like going on like under the floorboards. They're like planning and they're like discreetly sort of sorting everything out, and you as the audience, you don't really know what's going on until like the day of the heist. I think that there's part of us, the self-sabotaging part, I think that's the same. It's like part of us that's telling us, oh, but tonight we're going to go to sleep earlier, tonight we're going to go to bed at 8, is actually planning something without us even realizing. It's planning us staying up in bed, like watching YouTube, watching Netflix for 4 hours. It's planning that. It's already like thinking, oh, but actually we're going to do this again because this feels good. This feels right. This is the flow that we're in. We're in this cycle of staying up till 3 a.m. feeling bad about it the next day. So I think become aware that there is part of you that's planning this heist, basically, that this grab and go like situation. Is this making sense? This feels a bit out of hand, this metaphor, but yeah, just open the curtain basically, and go backstage and meet those people that are inside of us, that are planning these things, that are discreetly kind of planning our own downfall, which sounds so weird. Like, why would we want to do the opposite of what we actually want? But I think we're full of contradictions. So that's something to be aware of. We're not simple creatures. There's part of us that wants good, there's part of us that wants bad for whatever reason. Part of us wants to feel bad about ourselves, and part of us doesn't want to be productive. Part of us is scared of being productive, part of us resists it, part of us doesn't want what we want ourselves, what we know we want deeply, and that is to go to sleep. I'm so fascinated by sleep. I really am, because on paper it's such a simple thing to just literally get into bed, turn off your lights, close your eyes, you're asleep. But for some reason, we find anything to distract ourselves. And then in the morning, you're like, what was I doing? What on earth was I doing? Why was I looking at Stellan Skarsgård's family of celebrities until 3 a.m. and trying to figure out who was related to who and how many of them there were? I thought that family was really bigger, actually, in terms of fame, and there's only like 3 of them that I know, and it's the 2 brothers and then the Stella and the dad, which I found out today. I thought it was a bigger family, like Francis Ford Coppola's family, like that kind of big, but it's not. It's just like 3 of them that are quite famous. So if you didn't know that, then there you go. If that's common knowledge, then I was kind of I didn't pick that one up. Anyway, we procrastinate basically, and procrastination is exactly what I'm talking about. Procrastination is the self-sabotagingness. It's the same thing, and I'm fascinated by that as well. It's like you want to do the work, but you don't. Why? You want to, but you don't. Is it because it's hard? I guess so, a little bit, but also it's never actually that difficult once you start it. You're like, this is so easy. Why didn't I just do this 3 hours ago? Or why didn't I do this a week ago? Why didn't I do this when I had more time? Why didn't I do this when I had more time? That is such a big one. But we don't. And again, we have to become aware that there's part of us that is trying to plan this heist. And it's a heist that is, it's trying to steal your energy. It's trying to steal your spark. And we can't let it. But we don't fight this part, I think. because I've tried to. You know, you try to fight it, you try to make enemies with it. It doesn't work. You've got to make friends with it. You've got to befriend this part of you that maybe is darker and you may be more ashamed of. You've got to embrace it and let it be part of your character. Just sit down and like listen to it. Like why are you trying to do this? Why are you planning this? Why are you trying to steal my flow? Why are you trying to steal my spark? And listen to what it says. You know? Listen to why you're doing this. And it's not going to be a simple answer, because it's not like you can just kind of like talk to yourself. But you might get some little bits, and it might take time, but you have to befriend this part, and you have to embrace it and be aware of it and not resist it. So yeah, sleep, procrastination. I don't know if there's anything. I mean, like, I guess sleep, not going to bed is like procrastination. So it is this all procrastination, but sleep's, I think, the biggest one for me, really. I mean, obviously it happens with other things, but sleep is the one. It's like, why don't we just go to bed? Yeah. I think something that does help is creating a routine and sticking to a routine. Like a night routine where you might have like a skincare routine, you might do, I don't know, some stretches, you might read, you might make some sort of like midnight snack. I don't know. But do something that you do every night that you feel good about, because that will bring your focus back to, oh yeah, I know why I'm doing this. I know I'm going to bed now. It's because I want to get back up in the morning and get on with my shit, rather than like forgetting who you are in the late hours of the evening. Ooh, you know, the late hours of the evening where all bets are off. That's what it feels like, though. It feels like your sense of self just goes out the window, and suddenly like this other person comes in, you know, the heist guy, the Danny Ocean comes in and just like hijacks your mind, and is like, yeah, no, we're gonna take the laptop, we're gonna go into bed, and we're gonna watch some, I don't know, whatever people are watching these days. But yeah, sleep, and just remember to remember. My mic's just turned off, but it's all good. Embrace those parts of ourselves, and yeah, see you soon.